The number one secret career advantage that they never taught you in school. Today's big opportunity is that I'm going to unlock this one powerful skill that can help you to absolutely have a fulfilling career, never again depend on your parents for money, and live a happy, independent life. Does that sound good? Well, this short presentation can change your life, your happiness, and your career. And so, what I ask of you is please be sure that you close your other tabs, pay full attention, take notes, and stay until the end. My private clients pay me a lot to teach them what I'm going to show you today. Okay, so guys, school taught you a lot. Your parents taught you a lot. But have you ever felt like something was missing? Have you ever felt deep down that they didn't fully prepare you to succeed? Well, if you have, then you're right. There's a reason for that. And here's the truth. To live a successful, happy life, you need something more than what they taught you. The truth is there was a huge missing puzzle piece. This one missing puzzle piece will cost you your happiness, your independence, and your career success if you don't learn it now. Especially if you're in your late 20s or early 30s, the time is now. School never taught you how to succeed in the real world. Your parents never taught you how to succeed in the real world, as well-intentioned as they were. They did a really good job in raising you, but the truth is they grew up in a totally different time and place than you're growing up. So even though they may have perhaps pressured you to pick a certain path with good intentions, the truth is some of your parents' ideas were not up to date, and they didn't always know exactly what you needed to succeed in today's world. School taught you some really good academic skills, and your parents taught you how to be obedient and respectful and follow the rules. But there's a huge missing puzzle piece in your knowledge, and this is a big problem. Everyone who succeeded in the real world had one secret advantage. And with it, you are unstoppable. You can have whatever you want in this life. You can travel the world. Without it, you miss out on life's greatest advantages. Both school and your parents taught you how to play it safe. They said, get good grades, get a good job. But they never taught you how to live a life that makes you feel happy and makes you feel financially free. They only taught you how to be a rule-following student or a rule-following employee. The problem is, no matter how hard you work, there's a ceiling preventing you from being very successful. Now, you could work way harder than your peers and still not win in the real world. And you'll see this. Some people will work hard their whole lives and never get ahead. Do you know anyone like this? Maybe they're in a $20 or $30 an hour job, but they don't really like their job. They find it kind of exhausting, and they definitely don't want to be doing that for the rest of your life, right? You can work hard and still not get what you want. Well, my name is Paloma, and I have been an entrepreneur for 9 years. What's an entrepreneur? Basically, I work for myself. What that means is every dollar I make goes into my own pocket. And so even though I was a really shy, introverted kid growing up, that's me. I was so shy. Honestly, I was so shy. I was so self-conscious. I just didn't feel comfortable talking to other people. Well, I went from that and I grew up and I started my own business, funny enough. Yeah, I was definitely nervous to start, but I knew that you have to be brave to get good things in life. And so I was interviewed on all of these amazing shows and podcasts. I received all of this media attention. All these incredible influencers interviewed me. And I went from being a very shy kid to having my own business. And so instead of making somebody else rich, going to work for some other company, instead of being underpaid in some job that doesn't even value me, I get to work on my own dreams and make myself rich and happy. It's the coolest thing ever. That was a $12K client that paid me for my coaching, right? So I get to earn really, really, really well, and I get to help people. One skill freed me. I wish I could go back in a time machine and tell younger Paloma, girl, learn this earlier. And this one particular skill, it's what allowed me to skip Canadian winter. And if you're from Canada or you're in Canada right now, you know it's freezing, right? It's the skill that allowed me to skip Canadian winter for 2 months and go hang out with my mom and sister in Spain. And it's also the skill that allowed me, why I was able to spend last summer in New York City for months, and not just last summer, the last 5 summers, eating yummy food, traveling around, having fun. I even fell in love there in New York for the first time. And this one special skill is why I've been able to take trips around the world with my sisters. This is my life today, going to Italy, Argentina, Israel, wherever I want to travel. And finally, it's this one skill that I'm going to show you about today is why I spent 3 weeks in mansions, gorgeous houses in the Bahamas, learning with other brilliant entrepreneurs. It was so much fun. Yes, it was expensive, but it was no problem because I have this one secret skill that makes me lots of money pretty easily. I even bought my little sister a plane ticket to visit me in New York. That's how powerful it is. Can you guess? We'll play a little game. Can you guess what that number one skill is? Well, it is sales. I hope that you guessed that, but it's okay if you guess communication or persuasion or English skills, whatever it is. But that one skill that all of this comes down to was sales. Now, you might not know a lot about sales, and that's totally fine, but the truth is sales makes the world go round. Do you know why? Because money makes the world go round. Now, if you don't know much about sales, don't worry. It's actually very easy to understand. Anytime you convince somebody of something, like, hey, Amy, let's go to bubble tea instead of going to the movies, or, hey, boss, I want to take 2 weeks off to go home for Chinese New Year, that is a sale. You have convinced someone to say yes to you. And you've probably already been doing sales without even realizing it. If you've ever asked your professor for an extension on an essay assignment and got a yes, or you asked your boyfriend or girlfriend to do you a favor, like, hey, can you go pick up my dry cleaning? Well, you have made a sale before. Congratulations. It's a skill that anyone can learn. And by the way, if you've been able to survive university, especially a difficult, tough school like U of T, you can truly do this. The number one kind of sale that I teach my students how to do is how to sell your talents, your expertise, your knowledge for money. Now, you might be surprised to know this, but it's actually very easy to start a business today. It wasn't always easy to start a business, but today in our digital world, it is easy to start a business. And I know a lot of people worry about what do I have to invest. You don't need to invest anything in anything other than a coach. My mom was my coach. She's a marketing expert. But other than having a coach to guide you like myself, you don't really need anything to start a business. Other than that, other than my mama who helped me, I paid close to $0 to start a business, and I made my first 100K before the age of 25. Can you imagine how cool that is? Well, it was so amazing. I almost never had an exhausting 9-to-5 job. Have you ever had a mean or annoying or difficult boss? Because I never had a mean boss, or crazy long hours, or I never had to wake up at 8 a.m. for a long subway commute in the winter. And I don't say this to brag, guys. I say this to show you that you can have this too, that you are so smart and you are so hardworking, and that this opportunity exists for you as well. And so I get to work from home at a cool cafe or a beach or anywhere I want to travel in the world. Can you imagine if you got to work from your favorite spot in the world? Maybe that's in China. Maybe that's another place that you're really dying to visit. But you can work from anywhere when you learn sales skills. Well, let me show you. Guys, I got real results from students who were able to close deals between 3 and 38K with my training. More about that later. Plus, I get to help really wonderful people. And I want to show you guys, in case you're like, okay, Paloma, but could this work for me? I know that you could do it, but can I do it? Let me show you. I want you to listen to the transformation story of my amazing client from Hong Kong. Here's what he said about our time together. I'm an engineer and a recruiter at a well-known international company. Living in Canada for 25 years after leaving my own country, I've worked a highly technical software field for more than 2 decades. Last Christmas, I was going through a tough time and I found myself really depressed. It was very difficult for me to express myself and to ask for what I want, even though I've been in this country for a long time. As an immigrant to Canada, I started thinking that the problem was my command of English. I was so desperate to become better at communicating. And that's when I stumbled upon Paloma. To my surprise, she wasn't simply a teacher as I imagined her to be. She was so much more. Paloma's training and confidence coaching were remarkable. I experienced a total transformation in self-image, and it was so empowering. He says, after a few lessons, like a good wipe on an old dusty mirror, I changed dramatically. I was able to communicate my needs to others, reach a deeper self-understanding. She didn't just stop there and continued to introduce me to communication techniques to help me get people to say yes to me easily. When I look back now, I'm at least 50,000 miles higher than I was before. I'm able to communicate, negotiate, even present in front of anyone, including my highest executives. I shine brilliantly in my own company, have recently received positive recognition from my boss and colleagues, and after working with Paloma, I was promoted to director. I would highly recommend her programs to anyone who wants to increase their confidence and personal power. They are amazing. Many of my new achievements would not be possible if I hadn't had the honor and luck to meet Paloma and take her programs. They have fundamentally changed my thinking, my confidence, and my professional performance. I see her as my friend and a God-sent coach who I will keep working with for a very long time. Guys, that was so cool to see where he started, a very shy and nervous person, to someone who was able to work his way up at work just through sales techniques and negotiation techniques, communication techniques that I teach. Now, if you want to start your own business, or if you're just curious about how you can learn sales so that you can have a better life for yourself, you don't need a lot. All you need is a computer with internet. Do you have a computer with internet? A skill. And by the way, guys, even if you think you don't have a skill, trust me, you do. And finally, the knowledge of how to sell. That's all you need. Computer, a skill, and learning how to sell. Let me tell you a little bit more about my story, because you might be like, who in the world is Paloma and why should I trust her? And that's totally fine, guys. Let me tell you about me. So I was a very shy kid. I was very self-conscious. I was basically allergic to everything, okay? I had no friends growing up because I was so shy. And I found it really hard to even read growing up because I found it hard to sit still. I had ADD, which kind of makes it hard for you to focus. And I had a very harsh father that made me question myself, made me less confident. I was bullied a lot in school, and I was definitely not confident. And so if you think, well, Paloma has some secret advantage that I don't, that's not true. I didn't start out with any secret advantages. But I was lucky that my mom was my first business teacher. I listened to her talk about her business, and she took me to hear her speeches, and she took me to conferences. It was so amazing. She even gave me her favorite books to study because she had this really cool business library in her room. And she would say, okay, Paloma, read this. And it was so cool. Now, I spent hours studying anything I could about business because honestly, I found it fascinating. I loved it. The best thing that I ever learned was sales and how to be confident when you're selling. Guys, it is like I can't even explain to you how much it changed my life. And it wasn't so hard to figure out. Let me give you an example of what you could be doing versus what you're probably doing right now, right? If you've been encouraged to get a real job, just know that there's a lot of limitations with that, right? So take the example of my friend Alice. She had a real job as a teacher, and she made about $24K a year. I figured out the numbers, and I realized that I made double what she made, and I worked a quarter of the amount of time. Would you like that? Working less, but making more money. And so the awesome thing about it is it's not just about money. Of course, money's great, but also I had more time to spend for like hanging out with friends, working out, exploring the beautiful city that I live in. I live in Toronto, and spending time on my health and my wellness. It's amazing. So since the age of 19, I've been working for myself. And here's something cool, guys. 90% of my clients were from China. It just so happened that when I put myself out there, a lot of engineers and people in finance who moved to Canada from China, they were my clients. And I learned a lot about your amazing culture, about your language, about your foods and your holidays, and about red envelopes that you get on New Year's. And even one of my clients brought me mooncakes. I even got WeChat, guys. By the way, WeChat's amazing. One of my students even brought me dried durian from China, guys. It was so cool. My two best friends growing up were twin sisters from Hong Kong. So now I can count to 10 in Cantonese and I can say, Ni hao, wo jiao paloma. I know my pronunciation is probably not great, but that's all I know. But yes, I feel so much deep connection to the Chinese community, especially from my homeschool U of T. Woo woo! I just absolutely love my U of T students. And if you're not from U of T, that's totally cool, but I just have a strong connection to my U of Ters. And in my time working with them, I helped hundreds of students with getting better grades on their essays, improving their communication skills, learning negotiation skills, getting into the graduate school of their dreams. One of my students, Karen, got into NYU. That was her dream. And we worked on her personal statement to get her in. I've helped hundreds of students with interview skills, increasing their salaries, getting a job they want, developing great workplace relationships, networking effectively. So I've worked a lot with any kind of communication skills. My students were so successful, they often went from getting 60s to 90s on their essays. And it made me happy, and it didn't just make me happy, it made me great money. My clients loved it too, and I didn't need to do anything fancy or difficult to set it up. Then, after teaching students, I began teaching business people how to sell and communicate because I found that I was actually pretty good at it. I learned so much about business. I met thousands of the best entrepreneurs, and they were all my teachers. They were helping me, guiding me, showing me what's possible, showing me new ways to make money, doing new fun projects with me. And it was incredible. Now, I've spent the last 5 years with business people. I want to go back to my original family, so to speak, my Chinese clients who I care about so much. I want to teach you what I learned about business, what made me feel happy, what made me free. In fact, I even made a whole online university teaching sales and confidence so that you can access my special knowledge 24/7 and you never have to leave the comfort of your home to learn. Yay! My work has been well recognized by other people in sales. Well-known experts regularly reach out to me and tell me that they admire my work. And so it's also why I have over 800 testimonials, hundreds of clients, many entrepreneur parties, and almost 5,000 entrepreneur friends. Guys, I don't want to just enjoy the benefits myself of what I've learned. I care about you learning the number one most important skill in the marketplace, and that is sales. And so even if you still want to work a job, that's totally fine. And you want to follow a more traditional career path, that's great. Guess what, guys? Sales will make you stand out as a 10 times more valuable person in today's highly competitive marketplace. So what does that mean? When you're handing in your resume and your cover letter and you have sales experience or you've learned or trained in sales, you have an advantage over all the other resumes, all the other cover letters, because every company needs that. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. There are so many people with technical skills, so many engineers, so many people in finance and commerce, but most of these highly technical people struggle with communication, and that's why they're not hired. They have zero sales training, the majority of them, and so they miss out on amazing opportunities. Learning sales gives you a huge secret advantage. Almost like magic, you become so persuasive that people easily say yes to you. Now, you might be fine with the job you have today. Probably it pays the bills, and it's okay. It's not amazing. It's not horrible. It's fine, right? But just think about if you want to do the same job for the rest of your life, even when you're in your 40s with kids. Do you find it satisfying? Do you find it exciting? Does it light you up? Does it make you happy? Or is it just meh? Or guys, do you want something more for yourself? Do you want a better deal in life? You are a hard worker. That's why you did well in school. But they never taught you anything about sales and making money in school. Am I right? And so even if you studied business, they almost never give you sales training, which is absolutely crazy because it's the skill that makes the world go around. It makes rich people rich. Every company badly needs people who can sell, and so you'll have a competitive advantage in your applications because all businesses depend on sales. That's what a business is, guys, sales. Everything else, all the marketing and the video, blah, blah, everything else is just fancy extras. They need sales. And so a couple of weeks ago, something very special happened. One of my favorite Chinese clients, who has worked with me over a period of at least 6 years, 6+ years, has decided to learn sales. And that was really cool, that crossover between my two audiences of my students versus my business clients, right? Now my students are saying to me, after they've had their first job, after graduating U of T, they've said, you know what? Actually, I'm curious about starting my own business. And so we used to work on her essays. Then we got her interviews for jobs. Then we got her first job. And now she's learning sales with me. She's enrolled in my Sales Confidence University. There it is right there, guys. And she's told me it's already changing her life and her self-knowledge. Many other students are interested as well. And this has been really amazing because she's such a hard worker. She was just able to use that same hardworking energy to learn from these online courses that I provide. And she's doing a great job. I'm so excited to share this opportunity with you too today, guys. It's my dream for you to learn sales and live a happy life where you feel independent, powerful, and fulfilled with a meaningful career that you love. Not just doing what your parents told you you should do, but doing something that you love, that makes you happy and makes you good money. And so, guys, if you're curious about the opportunity for me to personally mentor you, or to get immediate access to the most powerful online tool on sales, my Sales Confidence University, all you have to do is book a call with me. Now, I made these online courses because as I was teaching my students, they had all these questions, and every time they had a question, I made a resource for them. I made them a video or a template or a worksheet or a list of resources. So I put all of the best teaching that I've done in this one online platform for you. And so book a call with me, and what I'll do is I'll answer any of your questions. Guys, there's no stupid questions. You can ask me anything. I'll even give you some powerful free advice because I care about you and I want you to succeed. And so when you are feeling excited and you're saying, yes, I'm curious, maybe you don't fully understand, okay, how would I start a business, or how does sales work, or but I want a job, or you might have some questions. That's totally fine. Open a new tab on your computer and type in bit.ly/mentormepaloma. bit.ly/mentormepaloma. And there you're going to find a little application where you're going to get to answer a couple questions and then schedule a time to chat with me. And I'm going to ask you a couple questions about your goals so that I can really help you. Guys, I cannot wait to chat with you. And don't worry at all. I know that sometimes you're like, what is this opportunity? I have questions. Don't worry. Seriously, it's no pressure at all. You can ask me anything you want and make the decision that's best for you. Whether it's me or somebody else who teaches you sales, I truly hope you take this powerful opportunity seriously. The people who take it seriously will change their life. The people who say, this is just another video on the internet, who are cynical or skeptical, they won't get the amazing benefits that my clients do when they learn confident communication and sales. And so it can and will change your life and your confidence, your happiness, your independence, guaranteed. All we'll do is we'll either hop on the phone or video chat, whatever's more comfortable with you, and we'll say hello. And then I'll tell you a little bit more about this if you're interested. And if you just want to say hello and get to know me, it is absolutely my pleasure. Once again, you just go to bit.ly/mentormepaloma and grab your time. I want to warn you guys, it's never cheap to work with me or to learn with me, but as you know by now, the best things in life are never cheap. The good thing is it's the best investment you'll ever make in yourself. It really is, because there's no better money-making skill, there's no better career move you can make than learning sales. Remember how much you paid in your international fees? This is a fraction of that, a tiny piece of that. And at school never really taught you anything about sales or how to make money or how to have a good, happy life and career. This is a fraction of that for a lifelong money-making asset. Yay. So once again, bit.ly/mentormepaloma. Don't be scared, even if you're a little nervous. I'm very friendly. I don't bite. I'm sweet. I'm a little crazy sometimes with my big crazy red hair. But I really love working with students and I really love helping you. So just go to bit.ly/mentormepaloma. And finally, guys, cheers to your happy, successful career. I'm so excited to talk. P.S. Yes, I do still help people improve their LinkedIn. If you want to make a stronger LinkedIn so that when you have maybe coffee dates with new potential employers, or you just want to have a stronger personal brand. If you need help with your resume, if you need help with your cover letters, your essays, your personal statement, let me know. We'll see if I can help you with that. Feel free to just reply to this message and let me know what you need, or book yourself a call and we can chat about it. So if you're still in school or working on building your personal brand, or you're applying for jobs, just use the same link and we'll chat. I would love to help you. And a little PPS, if you could send this link to this video to one friend who could benefit, reply to me after you did that and say, I sent it to a friend. Just tell me their name and I'll send you an awesome little sales lesson absolutely for free, just as a thank you, because you guys really help me spread the word. I'm just one person at the end of the day, but my clients always tell other people because they know how it's changed their life. And so if this video is exciting to you, if this opportunity is exciting to you, send it to one friend that you think is entrepreneurial or business minded, and let's see if we can do awesome things together. Not only will you help me, but you'll help your friend, and you'll get a little video reward too, so that you can start on your sales journey. And that's it, my friends. I'm sending you good luck on your career journey. I believe in you 100%. I can't wait to help you. Just go to bit.ly/mentormepaloma, and I'm going to meet you soon. I'm going to talk to you, and you can absolutely have whatever you want in this life. I totally, totally believe in you. Have an amazing day, and I can't wait to chat. bit.ly/mentormepaloma.